How narcissists trick you to accept the way they treat you.
Have you ever been in a relationship that left you feeling confused, drained, and constantly second-guessing yourself? Many of us have found ourselves entangled with a narcissistic partner at some point. These self-centered, manipulative individuals have a PhD in getting inside our heads and convincing us to tolerate behavior we know is unacceptable. In this video, we'll explore the sneakiest tricks narcissists use to normalize their toxicity so you can recognize these tactics and prevent yourself from falling for them. Identifying and understanding their manipulation methods is the first step to breaking free and prioritizing your well-being. Stick with me, and you'll walk away armed with the knowledge to defend yourself from narcissistic jetty mind tricks.
How they convince you their behavior is normal.
Narcissists have a brilliant way of convincing us their screwed-up actions are perfectly normal and that we're the problem for questioning them. Here are some of their most common maneuvers.
Minimizing your concerns.
Let's say your narcissistic partner frequently ditches you to go drinking with friends all night. When you try to have a mature discussion about feeling uncared for, they belittle your worries.
You're overreacting. What's the big deal if I go out a couple nights a week? I'm allowed to have fun and see my friends. Not everything is about you.
They scoff. By trivializing your concerns, they flip the script to make you the irrational, needy one for expressing basic needs like communication and quality time. This prevents getting to the root of the actual issue at hand.
Projecting the blame.
Narcissists are allergic to accepting responsibility for their actions. Instead, they rely on a tactic called projection to shift blame elsewhere. For example, if your narcissistic partner lashes out at you for no reason, they may say,
"I wouldn't have gotten upset if you hadn't provoked me by asking so many questions. You know I hate feeling interrogated."
Somehow, their screaming tirade becomes your fault. This is a handy way for them to dodge accountability and condition you to walk on eggshells.
Evoking sympathy and playing the victim.
Master manipulators, narcissists, will turn on the waterworks to portray themselves as the victim in situations where they are clearly in the wrong. Let's say your narcissistic partner betrayed your trust by sharing private information you asked them to keep confidential. When confronted, they break down crying about mental health struggles, financial stress, or past traumas you weren't aware of. Next thing you know, you're the one consoling them and excusing their violation of your boundaries. See how that works? Very sneaky.
Rewriting history and gaslighting.
Gaslighting describes the narcissist's habit of distorting reality to suit their agenda. For example, if you recall an incident where your partner humiliated you in public, they may insist it never happened or that you're exaggerating. Over time, this pattern of denying facts, altering sequences of events, and casting doubt on your memory and perception of reality leaves you questioning your own sanity. The narcissist maintains control of the narrative by discrediting any experience that makes them look bad.
Why we fall for it.
Now that we know their favorite tricks, let's explore why we allow narcissists to manipulate our thinking and normalize unhealthy behavior patterns. Here are some key factors.
The cycle of abuse.
Narcissistic relationships follow a cyclical pattern characterized by 3 phases: tension building, explosion, and honeymoon. The honeymoon phase comes after an abusive incident and is marked by the narcissist temporarily transforming into an ideal partner. They shower you with affection, gifts, and promises. This provides intermittent reinforcement and hope the good times will last. But the cycle inevitably repeats.
Cognitive dissonance.
When the narcissist's actions don't match their words, it creates cognitive dissonance or internal conflict. To reduce this discomfort, we unconsciously alter our thoughts to align with their reality. It's incredibly difficult for the mind to accept we were so wrong about someone.
Trauma bonding.
Also known as Stockholm Syndrome, trauma bonds form when a victim feels attachment to their abuser. The narcissist purposely manufactures highs and lows in the relationship to hook us, similar to how gamblers get addicted to the rush. We become conditioned through their cycle of abuse, fear, obligation, and guilt. Narcissists exploit any vulnerabilities or buttons they can push to keep us in line. Common strategies include financial threats, gaslighting, triangulation, stonewalling, and smear campaigns. This generates fear of consequences if we assert boundaries or try to escape the relationship. Obligation and guilt also keep us bonded to them out of a sense of duty.
How to inoculate yourself from manipulation.
The first step to freeing yourself from narcissistic mind games is acknowledging you've been the target of systematic brainwashing. Once you recognize their deception tactics for what they are, you can begin dismantling them. Here are some tips. Trust your gut if someone is mistreating you. Do not justify it, minimize it, or buy their excuses. Honor what you know to be true. Commit to brutal honesty. Take off the rose-colored glasses. Make a list of all the ways this person has harmed you. Refer to it when you need clarity. Seek support. Connect with others who have been through similar experiences. Recovery is much easier with an understanding support network. Remove their influence, cut contact to the extent possible, and disengage on social media. Detox from their pathological worldview. Know your worth. Healing begins when we deeply accept we deserve so much better. We teach others how to treat us by what we permit. Get therapy work with a professional to unpack trauma bonds, build self-esteem, and learn coping tools. You need specialized support to recover.